let's pick up where we left off yesterday. Now that you got your LLC, you got your business EIN, you got your bank account for the business open, and you got all your social media accounts geared towards doing content. Great. Now, how do you get started? Well, some people think you just go in and just take your clothes off and post it and keep going. No. I'm going to give you a rule of thumb. If you are posting once a day, you're not going to really make it. You have to constantly be on every social app that you can possibly be able to be on, as well as work outside sources, outside of social media. And that's what I'm currently doing. So when you're doing this, you are basically self-promoting, and that's what it is. But now it's time for you to pick a brand. Well, everyone has different styles, and everyone does different things. And I'll give you an example. Some are into the mom, MILF, and some of them are into cougars, and some people are into dominatrix. And whatever your brand is, that's what you cater towards, that's what you do. That's what your page is basically geared towards. You have different categories, but your page is mainly geared towards doing this style content. In doing so, you also discover that you have other little hidden talents and stuff that could go along with it. Is the page an 18 and plus page? Yes, it is. But what's different about commercial content versus what we do, we give a little bit extra behind the scenes. Give you a little insight of what it's like to do content behind the door of the OnlyFans page. Most of the content that we normally do is somewhat relatively at the same level, if not better, in some cases. Again, it depends on how comfortable you are doing the content. And it also depends on your brand. Your brand, for me, I do corporate. The corporate CEO with a naughty dark side, away from the office. That's my corporate brand. My page is geared towards what is the corporate woman like behind, away from the office. She's well kept, well together, but what is she like away from the office? And my page brings that fantasy to life. And that's what it is. It's a fantasy. That's what we provide, mainly. It's a fantasy. We also do a lot more than just provide fantasy. We're also a listening ear. Quite a few times, you can just sit back and have people subscribe to your page. They just want someone to listen to them. That's all. The page basically is where it is in its name, OnlyFans, which means that only you are going to be on it, unless you do what they call a collaboration agreement. And that means that you are basically agreeing for another content creator to come on your page and do so. Within that, you have to submit things to the headquarters. Once it's approved, you're okay to do the content on the other person's page and share alike. Where does this end up? You can get more followers and you can gain more status. It depends. Can you do this with a solo? You can still get up there as a solo, you will work hard. And the money is not quite as high, but it can be. So when you're thinking about doing all of these things as a content creator, you really want to sit down and focus on what is your brand. What is the thing that you, number one, want to do and provide. So, in the next time I talk to you, we're going to talk about the equipment. Everything from toys to ring lights, camera, and software. So, click and follow for more info, and click and follow if you want to hear more about drag racing and etc. Have a good day, ladies.